So let us start at the beginning. All right. This is the Two of Pentacles. And Pentacles sometimes dictate money, how we balance our money, creating a new way to make money, but finding your balance in finances. It looks like it's been a little up and down lately, but you are finding your balance, not only emotional balance, but it looks like financial balance a little bit more than you have in the past. What crosses you is a fear of theft. So finding your financial balance may be hindered on some misinformation. It may have to do with some legal proceedings because justice is here. But there's some fear around either obtaining money or creating a way to make money. And it also can be fear of theft, not trusting, things like that. So what is above is the Five of Swords. And there is a lot of swords here. So I'm feeling for you, Libra, you need to really cut through the jive. Cut through all the jive, the paperwork, and get down to the nitty and the gritty. Also be very mindful of your words because they could be cutting as well. So a lot of swords dictates kind of a slashing or very impromptu behaviors or quick decisions, things like that. But the Five of Swords does feel like you have had a challenge, you've had a battle in the past, but it does look like you've had to walk away from the battle and maintain your dignity, not kind of lower yourself to people's expectations or sign up for something that does not feel right with your heart or right with your morals. So it looks like you've had to walk away from some situations where you formerly had battled. But it does feel like it's time to walk away from some things and just let it sit for a minute before you make any big decisions. So what is in the past is the Two. So you're having two next to two. So it's really about finding your balance. The whole crust of the biscuit here, Libra, really feels like finding your balance within the challenges that have been presented to you. This can stand for love. It's emotions. It's cups, Two of Cups. But what's really lighting up for me is this medical insignia. So I feel that there has been some medical challenges for you. And it doesn't look like they kind of came out the way that you thought they would, or you didn't heal as quickly, or maybe you have some extra challenges left from an injury. And it's about finding new ways to live your life and finding balance within that challenge. Most definitely, things have changed the way that you perceive things, the way that you do your everyday life. You've had to make some adjustments, and it feels like it's either medically charged, that it was created by an accident or an operation or something medical. So make sure that you're doing what you can for your health on the most positive ways. That includes physical therapy, walking, pushing yourself a little bit more into wellness and not avoiding the things that you know that are healthy for you and releasing the things that aren't so healthy for you. What is coming up here is the Eight. This is also a sword. And swords, they can create overthinking, a feeling of being helpless, trapped even, and that's kind of what it's feeling like here. It looks like you want to create some wellness, but you're feeling trapped by a situation. It could be political, it could be financially driven, but there's something here that is holding you back from what you want to do and from healing as quickly as you would like to do. So you must do the work, whether it's physical therapy again, or going to the doctor, or doing what you're supposed to do. Do not avoid the aches and pains. So have them checked out. But it does feel like you're feeling a little trapped in a situation. And for those of you who are healing, your earth suit healing physically, it doesn't it never heals as fast as we choose it to, so it is a feeling of being trapped. It also looks like you're having to ask for some help. Feels like your hands are tied, that you're having to ask for help when you are normally a very independent person and do not ask for help. But the people who love us, it's important to give them the opportunity to give to us and to be able to help them as much as we have helped them. So step out of the ego and the pride, ask for help if you need it, and cast off this blindfold. Look at things how they truly are and not how you wish them to be. But it is feeling like you are maybe grounded a little bit from some activities that you wanted to do, or maybe had some plans that need to be postponed so you can either heal yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. But you're going to have to take the time to do the work to heal yourself a little bit and not give away all your healing energy to others. Allow others to give you some healing energy. The Queen of Swords is here. Now, the Queen is an exalted person, usually with good morals and balance. The swords can be a little needy sometimes, but I'm feeling what this is, and it also can stand for you, Libra. You are an air sign, and swords are air. So this could be Aquarius or Gemini as well as you, Libra. But it feels like some self-care, some attention, some plans that you wanted to put in motion will have to be put on the back burner for a while. There is continuing healing to be done, and there are some things that really require your full attention, and that you won't be able to do some of the normal things that you usually do to help your family and to help your business. But it looks like it's imperative that you take the time to heal yourself and to really incorporate those changes in your daily life, so you can feel a little freer and a little more independent. But right now it looks like there's a little bit of dependency that's really uncomfortable, and it's kind of feeling that you're a little needy. Well, it's okay to be needy when you are hurt or when you need help. The time to not be needy is when you can do it yourself. But right now you need to ask for help, sweet Libra, and allow people to give it. The Knight of Wands is here. Wands are action, fire, motion. This can also be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands can be very spontaneous and kind of jump to conclusions and just action oriented. So it kind of feels like it's a bit of a tug of war between your mind and your body right now. I don't think this is a specific person. I think this is the willingness and the wanting to get out there and do things, all the responsibilities, the action that you've had to put on the back burner because you're doing some self-care, some self-healing. That will continue for a little bit. Do not push your body if it is injured, because you can always re-injure yourself very quickly if you are not completely healed. So please take that time. And for those of you who are not suffering from a physical hurt, it could be just taking some emotional time, making your separation from all the demands of the world and all the have-tos that really aren't your have-tos, that they are other people's. So it does feel like making you a priority, making your health a priority, and getting on a healthy regimen of positive movement, nutrition, and just holding that positive space until you are absolutely healed. Do not rush it, please. Justice is here. This usually depicts some kind of challenge or resolution of law. It could be as simple as paying your parking tickets, receiving an IRS check, or having some completion on a legal matter that has been hanging, kind of dangling in the wind. That's what it feels more like, is that some legal matter is coming to a close. You'll have finalization, but it looks like something that has been in your awareness for a very long time, and something that has required a lot of your effort and mental acuity. So it does feel like it is coming to an end finally. Finally. The Tower here is lessons through destruction, is upside down. So this it's right next to the Justice. So there is some lesson in here. It feels like you will prevail. It is not from a destructive matter. It is quite the opposite. It is because of due diligence that this has happened, your due diligence. But it looks like the end is near from something that you have been battling for quite a while. Just be in your integrity, be honest as you can be, truth will set us free type of thing. But it does look like something will come to an end on the legal aspect. For many of you that are leaving a marriage, it could be the finalization of a divorce. It could be the finalization of paperwork on buying a new house. It can be a lawsuit. So something of that matter, but it has to do with the legal system. Okay, Tower upside down is just lessons, more lessons. It's not through destructive avenue, but the completion of this kind of propels you into these new lessons and these new ways of being. The Queen of Cups is at the top here. Cups are water signs. Queens are one of usually great integrity. It is upside down. So it does feel like there's a bit of a moral or an emotional challenge for you, switching something out. The Hangman is right next to it. So it does look like you're going to have to give up something that you have done for other people or that you've done habitually through your life. And that with this new challenge, you are going to create a new way of living your life. The Queen of Cups, not only is an emotion, it's a water sign. It can be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But for the most part, it really feels like speaking your truth, not holding things in, being in touch with your emotional integrity, and letting the people around you know, I can't do this for you anymore, or this is going to have to change. But it does look like you're going to have to speak your truth, which I know is very uncomfortable for you sometimes, Libra. But the Hangman is on one side and the Magician is on the other. So the Hangman really is kind of like a paradigm shift. It's like it's the same life, but you have had an epiphany, or you have made a very large change in the way that you do something or think about something. So this shift has come, it looks like just recently. And the Hangman, the best analogy I have for the Hangman is if you're playing checkers and you are the black man, and halfway through that game, you take that checker board and you flip it around and you become the red man all of a sudden. And the game is still the same, but it is completely different. You have a completely different perspective of that game. So that is what's happening in your life now. You're having like a paradigm shift. And it feels like with the Queen of Cups here, upside down, that you're having to speak some hard truths about how certain things have changed and how you won't be able to fulfill this or do that, that you have always done. But it really hasn't been healthy all the time, the way that you have conducted your interpersonal communications and your interpersonal relationships. So now it's time to make you a priority and to allow others to help you when you need that help. The Magic Man, or the Magician, is really getting in touch with spirit. And for those of you who don't have the belief system of a god, spirit can be walking in the woods, just your calm place and connecting with the spirit of your heart or the happiness of your heart. And for many of you who are more religious, it can mean going back to church or making a commitment to meditate every day, or combining body, mind, and spirit in a yoga class, something like that. But it feels like you have made a commitment into your magic and you're trying new endeavors, trying new things that you may not have tried before, maybe new things that you have heard of and always wanted to try. Now is the the time to enroll in that seminar on, abundance or love life or creating magic in your world. But it does look like you are embracing your healing abilities, not only for yourself, but for others, but figuring out how to channel them in a healthier way for yourself. Okay, time to get back to your passion, not worry about rejection. Oh, sorry, ambulance. Not worry about rejection. It looks like sometimes you take things very hard instead of grain of salt. The only opinion that really matters is your own. And really connecting with your passions, your loves, your things that you've put aside for other people's passions and loves and responsibilities. So now it's time to embrace those passions, whether it is art or reading, sculpting, dance, or just reconnecting with the things that you love. Building a car engine, whatever it is. It looks like you do have a little bit of free time on certain levels. So reconnect with your passions and find your smile again.